Hello, YouTube. It is your girl, Jennifer Watson here. Let's chat a moment. And I want to chat about a few things. I did a video a few weeks ago in regards to being catfished, where someone was using my pictures and my likeness in an effort to scam people. Well, not in an effort. They did scam people because I had a chance to talk to some of the people that they were contacting. And it happened again recently. I don't know who it was, but it is what it is, right? Where they were using different pictures, this time on Facebook, scamming people out of money. Again, I know because I spoke to some of the people on their friends list. So I wanted to make sure I reached out. Hey, just to make sure you know, the pictures, like, that's me and not whoever you're talking to. So I hope you didn't lose any money, you know, ... But unfortunately, it did happen a second time where they were scammed out of money. And both times, they're actually projecting to be selling, well, they're purporting themselves to be waist bead makers and sellers. And just so that you know, I do not make waist beads. So if you ever see my face, and of course if it's not attached to Jennifer Watson, because these other people were using different names, I do not make waist beads. There we go. All right. So if you see anybody, I don't make waist beads. Just saying again. But anyway, I'm talking about this because both of these people that were using my pictures to scam people out of money were going around talking about, you know, they're in Ifa and they can do readings and love work, etc., etc. Well, if you are following a path, right, a spiritual path like Ifa or Regla de la Osha, then why are you not following the truth behind it? Right? Why are you not showing who you really are? Why are you not being honest with people? Because, and I have to say, I should not have tied Regla de la Osha into what I just said. Because in Regla de la Osha, we are all about making sure that people are living their life to the best of their ability, living their best life, etc., etc. However, and let me just tell you this video is not to downplay Ifa. It is not. It is not. There have been way too many cases for the, you know, outside of the two examples that I just provided, where I have spoken to people who have been contacted, you know, even including myself, from people that are a part of, or are supposedly a part of Ifa. I have to add supposedly behind there because they could be lying, completely lying about it. Where they are initiating conversation, pretty much saying, hey, yeah, my ancestors told me to contact you, or your ancestors told me to contact you. And that is 99 times out of 100 how the conversation starts. And this happens to a lot of people. A lot of people. And I just want to say, I'm going on the record and saying this. Me personally, again, with my face attached to me, I do not reach out to anyone saying that your ancestors told me to contact you. Do I speak to your ancestors? Do I speak to my ancestors? Yeah, that's during a time when we're doing a reading. Never do I once sit and look at someone's profile and say, okay, I'm going to contact them because their ancestors are talking. I mean, it's sometimes it's very rare where there's someone that's really trying to reach out to you, and I'll just tell you what they say. I mean, I'm not going to try to charge you for a reading. You know, if it's something that's super important that you need to know, then I'll do that. But I don't try to drum up business. I don't scam people, because if you want to work with me, then that is your choice, your free will. People contact me. It is not the other way around. So I'm saying this because if someone is initiating contact with you and They may or may not be a part of the EFI community. I don't know, because I do not know these people, so I do not want to pass judgment. I am just going to tell you to steer clear. Steer clear. Steer clear of anyone saying, you know, I need to tell you this, and I need to tell you this, and I need to tell you this, but before I can, I need you to give me an absorbent amount of money. It's not how that works. Yeah, just don't. But on the flip side, not apart and separate from EFI, I've heard plenty of stories from people who have been scammed. And a lot of times after people have been scammed, or if they're on the brink of being scammed, they contact me. They tell me these stories. So I hear it, and it aggravates me and frustrates me to no end to hear stories about where, for example, I was just talking to someone yesterday where a root worker was telling this person, yeah, I know who placed roots on you, and for $2,500, I can tell you who did it and I can get them off. But if you wait, you know, the longer you wait, the price is then gonna increase to $5,000. I said, please do not pay it. Please don't pay it. And so we had a chance to chat about that. I've heard stories where someone who was a similar story where she was being scammed out of co-signing for a car for someone else and paying over $10,000, you know, to work with this particular person. I've heard of stories where it's gone up to $60,000. I mean, it gets high. And these are the type of people that take our spirituality, our life, our what we enjoy doing and helping others, and turning it into a money-making scheme. Now, granted, there's all kinds of schemes out there where people will try to make a quick buck and scam people out of their dollars. But when it comes to something that is as precious and sacred as your spirit, that is so sad. It's extremely sad. And if you're watching this, where you are on the flip side out there scamming people, then shame on you. Shame on you. But I will tell you this, energy always comes back around. Energy always comes back around. So if you put out that energy, some way or another, you will get it back. So there's that. So I don't get upset. You know, I don't get sad. Like I was like, when they were doing it to me, taking, you know, or not reaching out to me, but I know one person reached out to me and I thought it was hilarious. And they were like, yeah, your ancestors said to contact you. I was like, oh, really? What they say? I was like, oh, you know what? I be talking to them too. Yeah, that conversation didn't go too well. Because, I mean, I kind of called them out on their shit. But anyway, is what it is. So, yeah, I just want to do this video as a warning to everyone. Just be safe. If someone tells you that, oh, and I just talked to someone else I forgot this morning about, they initiated contact with them and then said, yeah, I can do all this for $400. Yeah. So it's like, you know, I'm going to tell you this, right? What we do, what I do, it does cost, right? Do I charge $10,000 for stuff? I mean, you've got to be like wanting me to bring God down to earth in order for some service that I perform to cost that much. But we have to eat. This is what I do full time. Sometimes it does require the use of slaughtering animals. And let me just say this, we don't call it sacrificing anymore because of the 1993 ruling that recognizes Regla de la Osha, Santeria, Ifa as a religion in the United States. And for the purposes of what we do not call it sacrifice, we call it slaughter, because we are preparing a meal for the Orisha and it will be eaten, just like you would go to the grocery store and buy a pack of chicken. It's just way fresher. But anyway, I forgot where I was going. Oh yeah, so yeah, it costs, and especially if we have to use an animal, then that cost it carries over to the person that's requesting the service. And I try to be upfront with everybody in regards to pricing. And if I ever exclude something, it's my mind and not my heart. And I describe everything out in the front, you know, hey, this is what it's going to be. I do not pressure anybody to either receive the service or not, because if you want it, you want it. If you don't, I'm not going to force you. One, I don't have the time and energy and desire. And two, we all have free will, right? So some of these services do cost a little bit more than others. And that's just the fact of the matter. But the thing of it is that what I do, I send out videos. I was doing something just last night. I sent a video saying, hey, this is what you sent me. See, I printed it out. See, this is your stuff here. See. To prove that what I'm doing is true and what I'm doing is for you. And I never want any question, because I do a lot of distant work, right? Not local. So if you work with anybody, I know I'm kind of rambling at this point, but this is something I really just had to get off my chest. If you ever do intend to work with someone, you know, and they don't live near you, then ask for proof, ask for video, ask for pictures, ask for something, so that you can be sure, rest assured that what that person is doing is for you and not just running off with your money. And also, too, before you even hire them to do something, try to do a video call with them. I know I try to do video calls with everyone. Like, I offer that as an option. And some people don't want video calls, and that's okay. You know, I don't knock that or anything, but at least I offer it so that you can see that who you're talking to is me. Displayed all over YouTube and Facebook and Instagram or whatever. Like, if we do a video call, you'll see it's me. So there's that. And two, you know, make sure you research. I try to put as much information out there so that everyone can see, you know, I'm not just withholding information, because I truly want to empower people to do as much as they can for themselves versus having, you know, other people do it for you. But there are a lot of cases and times where you do have to have someone else to help, and nothing is absolutely wrong with that, because that's the reason why I'm here, right? But if you can't do it, you know, try to reach out, try to find all that you can, information that you can on who the person is that you're working with. And I'll just say this, like, word of mouth is the best way to get a great referral. And that's a lot of the ways that I come in contact with new clients, is because someone referred them to me. So, all right, I think I made this video long enough. Hopefully you were able to take some good tips from this, but man, we got to do better. We just got to do better, you know, and it's just sad. I mean, better as humans, right? Because we are a reflection of one another. We are of the same creator, the same spirit of Olodumare. And when we're knocking someone else down, I mean, essentially what we're doing is we're knocking ourselves down. So try to treat people the way that you would want to be treated. I mean, that's one of the first rules that you learn growing up. Treat others as you would want them to treat you, and everything will be okay. All right, I'm signing out. Y'all make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on this video, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.